This is from, we've got this covered, and this says, LeBron James gets a new legacy as he wins Worst Actor Razzie for Space Jam 2. I saw Space Jam 2. I remember exactly none of it except for the fact that it was an enormous product placement ad for Warner Brothers for all their properties. So this is not hard to believe, especially when you try to do this to something as beloved as the original Space Jam movie. It would be like trying to remake The Mighty Ducks now.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm sure they'll try. This must have really hurt LeBron because, him and Michael Jordan have this competition throughout the ages. And considering how Michael Jordan won an Oscar for his performance in Space Jam, this has really got to hurt.
He won an Oscar? What?
No, he didn't.
I was like, what? I was like, I have another article pulled up that says the exact opposite of that.
He should have, I think.
Yes.
But I didn't see Space Jam 2, and I had no intention of it. But I have watched commercials for my whole life, and I imagine that's quite similar.
My favorite part of Space Jam is when they get sucked down into the golf hole and nobody does anything.
Yeah, they just like, oh, whatever.
Oh, no.
Larry Bird doesn't care. Larry Bird can't do anything. He had back pain.
Yeah,
if he bent over, it would hurt too
much. Larry
Larry
Bird was. It doesn't get the credit he deserves either. So I would be. I watched like a TikTok. Well, it was like an Instagram of a TikTok the other day of Larry Bird where he's like showing you how to not shoot, and he keeps trying to shoot wrong and keeps scoring. And he's like, well, it's me.
There's a great documentary about Larry Bird and Magic Johnson for basketball fans to watch. I think it's
the one that just came out.
No, it's a few years ago. It's amazing.
All right, so this says, as per tradition, the Golden Raspberry Awards were held the day before the Academy Awards unfold. The anti-Oscars ceremony, which hands out gongs for the most notoriously bad films and performances for the past year, saw the former basketball player receive the honor of winning the Worst Actor gong for his turn in Space Jam: A New Legacy. I will like to say that if you want to do this, do the Halle Berry thing and actually accept the award in person, like she did for Catwoman. I think it was for Catwoman.
Oh, that definitely.
She owned it. She lived up to it. She goes, you know what? Yeah. I made a bad movie, and that happens. Yep. One of the things about being an actor isn't, of course, I don't really consider him an actor.
Definitely
That's not his fault. That's not his fault, though I do prefer Michael Jordan to him any day of the week.
Yes.
But is that you have to be extremely vulnerable to do what they do for a living. So having a sense of humor about something that, whether the performance was considered good or not, can be very, not traumatic, but you have to be very emotionally invested in something to then have a bunch of other people judge you on your performance. So I understand where a lot of like the sensitivity to bad reviews comes from, even if I think that if you're being paid a boatload of money, you should learn to be professional, even if it is emotionally investing to do all this stuff.
This is the same guy who's had people thrown out of the court for just heckling him.
Yes.
So he's a very thin skin.
He's got a very thin skin. So it says, James, who played a fictionalized version of himself in the live-action animation hybrid, opposite the likes of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, not to mention Lola Bunny being totally
she's more
desexified, which is just wrong.
She's more butch, and I don't appreciate that he didn't include like his real like family in it. So I didn't believe that the kid actor. He's like, no.
Did
Dad.
Jordan include his
They were
real
not
family?
his.
It wasn't, but like they had more chemistry. Like this kid that they hired to play LeBron's son, like he didn't have that much chemistry with him. He was like, no, Dad, I do not want to play basketball. I want to program.
I do not want to play basketball, Dad. Did you guys ever hear the conspiracy theory that the reason Michael Jordan went and played baseball is because he was like suspended for gambling?
I heard that. Yeah,
that's funny.
That's like that he got. I think that theory came out around the same time that like Wayne Gretzky got in trouble for it, but Wayne Gretzky was already retired.
Interesting.
And there was just an NFL player this year who got got like a big suspension for betting on his team in a game, but it was while he was injured, so he wasn't even able to contribute to the score of the game. I've never understood the logic of not being allowed to bet if you bet on yourself.
Right.
Like,
because that skews the odds. They wanted a fair game.
I suppose if you're going by odds, you can't. I'm saying if you're betting against yourself and then you do poorly on purpose, that's one thing. Yeah. But if you bet for yourself to win and you win. But if we're talking point spread, you could be okay. All right. I talked myself through my own my own question.
There you go. Logic. He's big brain energy.
Big brain energy. I got this. So it says also know who's the French the skunk. None of him either.
Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. He's creepy.
Not here?
He's not allowed to. He's kicked out because he's creepy. So they say.
Okay, but then like
that's just their culture.
Speedy Gonzalez was brought back though by the power of the Hispanic community. Loves Speedy Gonzalez so much. They tried to cancel him back in the day, and they're like, no, Bring him back.
I'm happy Aunt Jemima was in this episode.
But also, I just want to make a complaint. Have you guys ever watched Total Drama Island?
I never even heard of it.
Okay, well, it's a Canadian-produced cartoon, but they had
You
it
already
on.
lost me.
Hear me out. It's really
Man, between him, so what? So Chris Carr hates
British
the
people.
British people. He hates Canadian people. This is just a house of hate, and I will not stand for it.
Okay, but hear me out. It was on Cartoon Network, which is an American broadcast cartoon station where you can watch all of it. But basically, it makes fun of reality TV show. And this is where I think Hollywood is double standards, because they're in season 5, there's like a crazy girl that was really obsessed with this one boy named Cody, and she wouldn't leave him alone. It was kind of like Peppa Le Pew, but a tall black woman.
Oh, interesting.
So there's like
see
weird
the
doubles.
Is there a way?
problem.
Do people named Cody ever actually become adults? I feel like if your name is Cody,
Hey.
you just stay a teenager forever.
Hey, my
That's a really good point.
maybe.
Do
Because,
you know any adult Codys?
Yeah, my ex.
Does it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Was
that.
he a man boy?
No, he was in the Marines.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
picturing his drill sergeant yelling at him. What kind of name is Cody?
Yeah. What are you, a puppy?
Is Cody short for something?
No, it's actually Cody on his driver's license, because I was
Hmm.
like, can I see your wallet so I can pay for something? He's like, sure, honey.
It turns out your biggest fan is a person named Cody, and he's 40.
And they're all just pissed.
Yeah.
I'm you.
No, see, Brett, you ruined it. For me, I don't discriminate against names. I have a friend named Kayla, and she's like, that name is like for a 5-year-old,
I don't get it.
because it's
Kayla's just a normal name.
Yeah, it is a normal name.
well, she feels like it's like a baby's name. Because,
Kaylee, maybe.
I don't know. Like for her argument with her name, she wants to change it because like she feels like it's very childish. She's like, I can't grow into it
Nah,
because
it could be worse. It could be Cody.
come on, what's wrong with Cody?
I think I'm only saying it because of Agent Cody Banks. So it's just okay. We're getting off topic. We're gonna go back to Space Jam
Brett.
2. So he got nominated for this award, and then he won this award. He says it still wasn't the biggest. Oh yeah, it's a Netflix's Diana the musical won like 5 or something, like a lot of Razzies. So, but I found this interesting because he didn't just win for worst actor; he won for worst couple or something. If I remember correctly,
Worse like romance or something.
yeah. So
Chemistry.
he just, he doesn't seem like a dude who has much chemistry with people.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
he always comes off standoffish.
He does switches teams quite often.
So chemistry isn't important to him because it's all about him. We have this other article. It says LeBron James wins Razzie for worst actor for Space Jam, joins these NBA legends. So he is not alone. He is in good company. It says during the 42nd Golden Raspberry Awards, better known as the Razzies, Space Jam: A New Legacy came away with 3 of its 4 nominations. King James took home the award for worst actor, while the film won awards for worst screen combo. James with any Warner Brothers character or product. It really was awful. It was just huge product placement.
This is like my theme probably throughout the day today is how anti-industry I am.
Yeah, dude.
And this is a prime example. Like, so I love the original Space Jam. I have very clear memories of seeing it for the first time in a theater with my parents. That had 3 writers, right?
Yep.
And one director who was his last name is Pitka, I believe you say. And that guy directed Michael Jackson videos. He did Dirty Diana. Great stuff. Space Jam 2 had 14 writers.
Yeah, it's writing by committee. It's like now they don't just have writers; they have sensitivity readers.
Right.
They have people who have to make sure you're not offending everyone. This is the corporatization of these industries, and it means everything feels soulless.
Right.
Everything feels empty.
Corporate imagination.
Yes,
it's a vacuum.
It's which is not really a thing. Corporate imagination is an oxymoron.
Yes,
So it says the film, which was nominated for Worst Picture, losing to Diana the Musical, was an adaptation of Michael Jordan's original Space Jam. Even though Space Jam: A New Legacy earned $162 million at the box office, it was met with poor reviews by critics. Do you know how bad something has to be this corporate and still get a bad review by critics? Very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
So it says King James joins Shaq and Rodman. First of all, I want to advocate that Dennis Rodman is a national hero.
Love Dennis Rodman.
He's probably prevented World War III on at least two or 3 occasions.
Yes. He has.
So if he doesn't win the Nobel Peace Prize someday,
We need to start that petition.
yes,
Rodman needs that.
he does. So it says Space Jam: A New Legacy has a $150 million budget, and despite subpar acting by James, Don Cheadle as the villain. Don Cheadle as the villain saved the film. James joins the NBA legends Dennis Rodman and Shaquille O'Neal for getting Razzie Award nominations. Rodman won 3 Razzies for his appearance in '97's Double Team, including Worst New Star, Worst Supporting Actor, and Shaq got it for Steel. But the question is, has anybody seen Blue Chips?
Oh God.
Is it the funny cop movie?
No, that's that's
Sorry.
I think she just means chips.
Yeah.
Close.
Close.
Which one's Blue Chips?
It's from '96. It was a basketball movie. It came out at the same time. It was that was my earliest memories of Shaq were in that movie. Very very long time ago.
Shazam?
No, not quite the same thing as the Mandela effect with Shazam, all that stuff. But I mean, Shaquille O'Neal, man, give the guy a break. Guy's amazing. He's kind of like Keanu. I compare him to Keanu Reeves, except for he likes the attention a little bit more than Keanu Reeves does.
Yeah.
Which in today's day and age where everybody needs attention when talking about this stuff, I guess I don't really fault him for that.
Yeah.
The same, but I don't think that LeBron James should look to acting when he's done. He's been very successful in business. He's been very successful with, being on Twitter.
Yep.
As much as I hate his tweets, he's very successful doing that.
Yep.
As much as I might not like the stuff he says, stick to what you're good at. Improve those skills.
I would have liked a different route if they did Space Jam 2. Like, I don't mind the sequel. It's cool. I know Jordan rejected doing it, which made Pitka reject directing it. And if you were going to do it, my idea was maybe go a different route where instead of trying to get the biggest star in the NBA, like maybe get someone else in the NBA. Like I really like Giannis.
Yeah.
I can never say his last name right. Antetokounmpo, the Greek god they call him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he would be perfect. I don't know how he's at acting. I would think he'd be a lot better than this guy.
Or if you want to be controversial, get Kim Jong-un because his best friend is a basketball player.
That's right. Kim Jong-un and Rodman.
Yep.
And Kyrie Irving.
Space Jam 3.
Kyrie Irving, let's have him in the sidelines.
Nope, Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
And there's no Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Which was a huge thing for Space Jam 1. So is there no like Bill Murray type character?
No, they don't have any. Did you even watch it or no?
No.
Okay.
So
basically everything that you love from the first phase Space Jam movies, they erased that and just did it technology based.
Yeah, it's like in the subverse or the serververse they call it.
Yeah, because John Cheadle, his character is like an AI.
Okay.
And like he's like, I'm gonna steal your son, and like
should have gotten Terrence Howard to do that role.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know,
sweet.
but
I get more bad guy vibes from Terrence Howard than I do from Don Cheadle.
Guy.
Than Don Cheadle.
Also, was there a good soundtrack for Space Jam 2? I don't even know. Space Jam original soundtrack?
Really good.
I hit him high.
Yep.
Oh, it's a great song.
The Monstars theme.
Oh,
yes.
Great. Coolio.
Yeah.
Method Man. Busta Rhymes. LL.
Yep.
We can't.
You know, LL Cool J came up with the term "goat."
Really?
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's somebody have to fact check me on that.
And this
is
also
that's what I've heard.
I'll do a little sidebar for you guys. You might have already talked about this week, but since it happened, I think in the last week, Pusha T. We all know Pusha T,
Yes.
the rapper.
Yes.
Do you guys talk about the Arby's thing?
No.
So he
Not
wrote
yet.
like a diss track for Arby's against McDonald's.
I saw that.
Do you know the history
We
of him at
covered- no.
McDonald's? Pusha T and his brother Malice wrote "I'm Loving It." for
No
McDonald's.
way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A little tidbit there
That's
for you guys.
so they wrote jingles before.
I don't know if they wrote jingles. They wrote that one though.
That's okay. So
Yeah.
not the phrase, but the song.
Oh shit, Brett
I
was
think
right.
they
He
did the
did
jingle. They might have
What?
done the jingle.
the LL Cool J because
Yeah.
I wanted to fact check you. Yeah, it was in 2000.
Well, I know. No, I'm saying he said it. I don't know if that's like just because he said it does not mean he.
No,
came
he
up-
got credit for it.
He,
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, he got credit
So
for that.
like
It's amazing.
I was actually more or less asking you to fact check LL Cool J than fact check me because I'm just saying what he said.
Yeah.
Well,
That he-
it says right here in 2000, LL Cool J helped popularize the word as a definition for greatest when he released his album title "Goat."
Perfect.
Yeah, so he
Great.
got credit for it.
Great.
Good for. I love LL Cool J.
I do
love
too.
LL Cool J.
Great. He had great shows.
Yeah.
He's a great
He's
actor.
still on TV. He's doing.
Yeah.
He still does NCIS Los
Yep.
Angeles.
Yep.
Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.